What is up, people YouTube? It is I, the Bro17, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts King Ghidorah special color version. This figure has been quite the figure of discussions because it's a repaint, it's another King Ghidorah, it's another repaint in S.H.MonsterArts line, and of course, those wings. But anyway, let's not waste any more time and take a look at the figure. When it comes to the overall looks, there's not really much reason to go into such detail since I already covered the first King Ghidorah. So allow me to summarize. It is a beautiful sculpt by Yuji Sakai. It is fantastic. That's really all I gotta say for the looks. I already covered the first release, so I really don't see much point in going into such detail. So sculpt will get the instant thumbs up. The paint job is of course different since it's a repaint. The gold is much brighter and lighter. I love this gold. It is so much more vibrant than the original release, in my opinion. I mean, I understand the original release I know it was more color accurate, but I'm just a big fan of the more gold Ghidorahs, honestly. Not to say the original figure was bad. It still is a good figure, but still. This figure I just love the brighter gold. It looks fantastic in all the right places. On the wings, of course on the back, everywhere. The body, the heads, the necks, the legs, the feet, which are not chicken legs. I had to make a GMK King Ghidorah reference. But yeah, the paint is awesome. Here's a little side-by-side comparison between the new Ghidorah and the old Ghidorah. So there you go. You now know all the paint differences, which is just the body color, but that's pretty much it. Still. I don't know what else to say. The paint's good. Articulation has been improved in terms of the joint materials. If you remember my original review, you would know that the wings were a pretty big issue when it comes to risking it to break, and you would know that I had a head pop off. I recently had actually got that issue fixed thanks to a hairdryer, but the joints here feel much more stiff. That's a bad word. I shouldn't say that. No. It's not a curse word, but I shouldn't say stiff. Say more secure, more fluid, and more tight. There we go. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean, Mario Bros? Are the wings fixed? We'll go over that in a second. First, the heads. The heads are on the ball joint. The mouth on the ball joint. The tongues can also move. I'm not going to move them because I actually hear that some people have actually snapped their tongues. So move them with caution. All the necks are segmented with ball joints to get excellent range of movement, pretty much out of all of them. And the middle head has a lot more range. And nothing has been popping off. I only have one. This neck joint on the base has actually been loose. But it's not loose to where it pops off. It's loose because, it kind of slips. But that's not really a big issue for me, honestly. I really love those heads. Because I can actually move them without anything popping off. There's also a waist joint, but it has less range of movement than the original Ghidorah. I assume because of the tight ball joints. But to be perfectly honest, even if this was the original Ghidorah, this thing would just not be all that usable. So that's kind of useless. Here are the legs. Of course, like the original 1994 and the original Ghidorah, legs are not that great. They do have just a little bit more range, but not all that much. Still, you can still get some pretty neat leg poses like that. So, it's not all bad. Yeah, you can just barely have him doing the splits. So yeah. Knees on the double hinge. Ankles on ball joints. Yeah. The tails. All the way from here, all the way to the tip. All of these segments are on ball joints. You can get some crazy movement out of these. And none of them droop like the original. Granted, my original never had a drooping tail problem, so I shouldn't even say that. But still, it's great to see some actual improvement instead of just repainting the colors. Finally, the wings. Are they fixed?
The answer is yes and no.
Well, that's pretty much your answer. I will tell you why they are and are not fixed. Okay, let's move them. The wings can go back. I'm sorry, not back. They can go forward that much, depending. They can also go. I'm moving them at my own comfortable pace. They can also go back that much. But if you noticed, I actually having a difficult time. That's not too much of a good thing, but I shouldn't say difficult time. I'm having more confidence in moving the wings because they're tighter, they're more secure. Yeah, that's definitely something you don't want to do with the original King Ghidorah. These wings they're awesome. They have excellent range of movement. Well, besides that, I mean, the ball joints, not the ball joints, god damn it, the double hinges. They're more stiff because of the different materials. They're more sturdy. They're more secure. You could get the desired range of movement you want them without them having to sag, which is definitely an improvement. So it proves that the wings are fixed. And at the same time, not really, because they do use the same double hinge ball joint system. So I still advise you be careful. Move them by the base. Don't be a dumbass and use the more secure wings as an excuse to just destroy this figure as if it was a $10 action figure. Don't move the wings by the tips or around here. Base safer. And don't treat this figure like shit because of it being more sturdy. So articulation is great. The new tight joints make this figure more secure and more safe to mess around with. With that said, this reason alone makes the figure a must-buy. Hey, this isn't a toy review at all without some size comparisons. For size comparisons, we have the S.H.MonsterArts Mecha King Ghidorah and the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Rebirth version. So you can see, he's quite the big figure, almost a foot tall. So you might need to, assuming you have all three Ghidorahs, you definitely need a lot more shelf space. But the size also helps with creating awesome battle scenes. And yes, Mecha King Ghidorah's the flesh color is much more different than the original and this version. So you're gonna have to choose what looks best for MKG. But still, it's good size, I think. When it comes to accessories, he comes with plenty. So let's take a look. First, the small stuff. This is the kids ship. As you can see, the ship is nicely detailed. The paint is not the cleanest. As you can see right there, there's some slop with the gray paint bleeding through. The ship is too small for it to contain a clean paint job. The detail is pretty clean though, for the most part. It's not that bad. I mean, it's nice that we actually get this, but I just wish it was like as big as the Super X3. But still. Also, there is a peg hole. So if you want, you can peg it in and have it fly around in your display. If it actually decides to come on. There we go. Phew. Up next, we get the gravity beams. Here we go. One of them is yellow, one of them is blue, and one of them is red, or orange, or pink. Whatever. So, you must be wondering, what's with the multicolored gravity beams, Mario Bros? Well, that's actually because this Ghidorah is actually based on the poster Ghidorah, which have blue, red, and yellow, and not to mention has a lighter gold color. So you can actually call this one poster version of King Ghidorah if you want to. But anyway, that's when the good parts stop. There's a bad part. The infamous support system with the gravity beams returns. This sucks, and I already discussed it enough in my review. This does not help. What's wrong with simply putting peg holes in the gravity beams? I have no idea. You also get a base too, so yeah. I mean, it's nice we get the gravity beams. It looks nice when you have it on display, but still, the support system, it needs to go. Up next is my favorite accessory, the flight stand. First is the base. It looks nice. Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. That was my best Japanese impression I can do. Anyway, yeah, it looks nice. You get the base and the support arm. Thankfully, we don't need as much stage out 4s because those will just snap easily due to the weight of this figure. So yeah. Once you have this in though, do be wary that this is an extremely tight fit. And it does not come out easily. And you get the clamp, which perfectly fits in King Ghidorah's body. Anyway, just figure out the right boob size and you can have it set up. Put this on when you hear a firm click. There you go. And there you go. You now have a flying King Ghidorah. This was a needed accessory, honestly, because now he looks even more awesome. Nice. So what's the final verdict on the S.H.MonsterArts King Ghidorah special color version? Sculpt is awesome, paint job is awesome, articulation definitely an improvement. Its size comparison, again, that's good. Accessories are great too. With that being said, I highly recommend this figure. Because of the improved articulation and because of the accessories, this is definitely a must-buy. If you decide to skip on this release, if you already have the original King Ghidorah, don't worry, you're not going to be missing too much. With that being said, if you love King Ghidorah like I do, yes, definitely please pick this figure up. And if you have King Ghidorahs with bad wings, pick this up too. With that being said, I'm the Mario 17, and I am out. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.